I've been around Katt for a long time. Never seen him use a drug at all. Never.
In the interview, outside of that epic roast with Wanda, he went on kind of criticized Tiffany. He criticized Kevin. He mentioned about Lil Rel and Gerard Carmichael. What was he trying to express from your understanding? Because you uploaded a video discussing it, but what was he trying to like express from what you can understand?
Well, see, I mean, you know, I never really try to understand like what he was trying to do at that moment, because, you know, a lot of times since I've been with Katt, he'll say something, and 6 months later, it'll come to fruition. So I never, like, you know, I never try to outthink his moves. Like, he's truly a chess player, you know. So in the moment, I didn't understand what was happening, but, you know, after we talked and we discussed certain situations, I understood, and after he talked to Tiffany and explained to her that it's more about, you know, more women should be getting their shots and opportunities in the game. And he apologized to her several times of why he used her as that example, but, you know, it hasn't dampened her career, and he knew that part. You know, she's still a mega superstar.
But I will say, which is interesting, that as time went by after the interview, she did have a bad show in Miami. And people instantly kind of like referred to what Katt was saying. Like, Katt was right.
Well, let me say this about that. Because Tiffany's my friend. I love her to death. So we all, as comedians, if we say we didn't have a bad show, we'd be lying. Hers was just more magnified because of who she is and what night it was and everything. This is God's way of humbling us as comedians. But I went to see Tiffany in, I want to say Las Vegas. Yeah, I saw her in Las Vegas. And she did I have a store in Las Vegas called The Place that everybody comes through. And she did her book signing there, and I went to see her that night. Show was incredible, flawless. And you can just tell that she learned from that moment, you know. And, you know, we all should learn from our mistakes as comedians, and we all do. When you get on stage and you're not prepared or whatever, you know, I've been there. I've been on stage not prepared, and regardless if you get booed or you just don't get the laughs that you want, it is definitely very humbling. It'll make you prepare.
You seem like you definitely wanted to mediate the situation, and you uploaded a video that got a lot of people saw it.
More people than I thought was going to see that.
It was surprising when you looked at the views and they were tracking. What do you think you were trying to come across in that? Like, what was the message? And it seemed like you really had an issue. You seemed kind of hurt by it, that Kev would accuse Katt of like using drugs on like a platform like the Breakfast Club. That seemed to really bother you, that he would perpetuate that message. What were you trying to more sort of say at that moment?
Well, I would say I was more hurt because I thought that that we all are big enough to pick up the phone and just like communicate with each other. I just think that when we perpetuate the situation on big platforms like that or like your show, it just disturbs the universe. And it's no good that can come out of it until somebody steps in and says, look, yo, we gotta relax. Even America, the biggest country in the world, or most powerful country in the world, has somebody that goes to Russia and mediates, or somebody goes to Iran and mediates. Somebody gotta have a level head when all of this testosterone and things are being thrown around. And, you know, I've been around Katt for a long time. Never seen him use a drug at all. Now, people, if you've been around them for a long time and they cocaine heads or meth heads or what else they use, stuff they stick in their arm, what is it called, heroin. They're gonna do it around you eventually. That's what people, they don't give a damn about. And I've been around him. He's only used marijuana.
Right. Like 50% of the population.
Yeah, most of yeah. I mean, now in today's, probably way more than that. And it just hurt me when I heard, you know, drugs, and then, you know, it hurts. It hurt my feelings. So I had to let Kev know that nah, it ain't got nothing to do with no drugs.
Yeah.
You know.
You got to tell him that? You got to tell Kev, or was that just?
I've seen Kev since then. You know, like I see everybody. Everybody sees Red Grant. I pull up on every spot. I'm everywhere. You can't. I'm not like one of those comedians that's gonna be just like one place. I'm gonna be in the house and you're gonna nah. Right. I'm gonna be at the BET Awards. I'm gonna be at the MTV Awards. I'm gonna be on your red carpet. I'm gonna be on their red carpet. I'm gonna be at your cookout. I'm gonna be at your uncle's cookout. I'm gonna be at your mama's house. I just be everywhere. So I see all my friends. I see them all, and I don't sugarcoat who I am. I've never been a sugarcoater. You know, my career has been going well for a long time, and I think my longevity is because of how I am as a person. If I see Kev, I see Katt, I'd say the same thing. I don't back down. I don't care if you Dennis Rodman, who's my friend. I don't care if you Scottie Pippen, who's my friend. I got Lawrence Taylor's friend. I got old school friends. I got new school friends. My friends all the way down to DC Young Flies. And, you know, I got friends, yo. I got a lot of friends. And I don't sugarcoat with anybody. If you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you the direct right answer, that how I feel. I'm not going to tell you the answer that you want to hear. I'm not a yes man. I think that's why I've been around Katt so long, you know, because I'm not going to be like, yeah, man, nah. At the end of that video, I said, stop it to Tiff, stop it to Kev, stop it, Katt. To everybody, y'all stop, man. Let's stop it.